What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Welcome to the vlog. So the most common question that I get when it comes to training people and reaching out online, no matter like where it is, in person, online, is how to start a workout plan. Even though I mainly try to teach people more about like macronutrients and like their diet, because it does play a major role in how their body's going to look in the long run. But today I'm going to be teaching the basics on how to build a beginner's sort of training program. So obviously there's three types of training. There's strength, hypertrophy, and endurance training. And many people say like you have to pick one, you have to go in one direction before you even start training. But I personally believe that you can mix a little bit of all three into your training program to get your best results that you can possibly achieve on your own. So to start, we have our frequency. So this is going to be how often should you work out. And I believe if you've never been in the weight room before and you're just starting to like pick up weight and everything for when it comes to the training, I believe that 3 times per week is in a, like, it's usually like 2 to 3, but I would say 3 days is a good range. Your cardio to be anywhere from 1 to 2 times a week, just so you're not pushing it too far. So the weight training, I say it should be 3 times a week, because you're going to be training 3 major sets of muscle groups if you split it out evenly throughout the body. So that gives you time to work one muscle group, give a rest day, work another muscle group, another rest day from the weights, and then work your last muscle group. And possibly during those rest days, you can have the cardio worked into there. So that's where we get into our primary training days. So I like to have a basic split of chest and triceps, back and biceps, and legs and shoulders. What you're gonna most commonly see is chest and triceps for Monday, back and biceps for Wednesday, and legs and shoulders for Friday. And in between those, your Tuesdays and Thursdays could be excellent cardio days, because you don't necessarily want to always pair them with your weight training days, especially if you're just starting to weight train, because you're gonna just exhaust your body too much and you're not gonna get any type of growth that you're looking for. So next up is going to be the number of exercises per muscle group. So we're generally going to have 2 to 4 exercises per group. This is not specific, so you can literally have an exercise where you're going to say bench for 6 to 10 sets with however many reps you choose. That could be your whole exercise for the day. It's just general, it's not specific to everybody. You can't really have cookie cutter settings on workout plans. Everyone has to have their own specific thing depending on what their needs are. So that's why we're not specific here. So next we got our set rep scheme, which is basically gonna be how many sets and how many reps are we gonna do per exercise depending on what type of building we're gonna be doing or performing in the workout. So endurance, if you want to start to show a little bit of that muscle that you've grown, maybe tone up a bit what some people might use that terminology, is going to be your endurance training, which is going to be 15 plus reps. It could be somewhere around 15, it could be 12 to 15. That's generally your endurance zone, almost no matter what kind of weight you're going to be using. Then it's your muscle building, or better known as hypertrophy building, and that's going to be your 6 to 12 reps per set, and that's going to be generally your best zone for building muscle. Then there's going to be your strength training, which is going to be your general 1 to 5 reps, which you're going to get the most power out of this. Generally, most power lifters go with the 1 to 5 reps. Obviously, they don't start with 1 to 5 reps. This is where the combination comes in, where everything's kind of general with this. So like, say if you're a power lifter, you could start with an endurance set for a warm-up of 15 reps of your deadlift, or not a power clean, or a bench, and then you progressively bring it into your hypertrophy zone, which is your muscle building, for your next set, and then they'll hit their heavy strength sets. With our frequency, primary training days, number of exercises per muscle group, and our set rep scheme, we have our basic outline of an actual workout here. So what you're always going to want to do before working out is warm up. So what you have to do to warm up is stretch, but there's different types of stretching, some that should not be done before the workout. What should be done before the workout is your dynamic stretching, which is meant for before. It's your active stretching. It's going to get the blood flowing into your muscles. It's going to essentially get your body ready to work out. And an example of that could be maybe a lunge and a twist. You're actively moving while you're stretching your muscles. But basically, for after your workout, you're going to have your static or post-workout stretches, which are going to be very still. They're going to be long holding stretches. I'd say at least 20 to 30 second holds, kind of like a deload process. We are going to go to our chest day, which will generally, for this example, be our Monday. Chest day. We're going to start off with push-ups, dumbbell or barbell chest presses, then dumbbell flies. Your push-ups are going to be maybe 25 reps, and your dumbbell barbell chest press is going to be your basic 3 sets of 12 to 15. Just a way to practice your form and get your high reps in there, since this is set up for beginners who have not made their workout plans before. From there, we go into our dumbbell flies, also 3 sets of 12 to 15. From there, we'll go into our overhead tricep extensions and our bench dips. From there, we go to our back day, which will include seated cable rows, lat pull downs, bent over barbell rows, alternating dumbbell curls, and even hammer curls, all with the set scheme of 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. And for our third day, which will be the Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, will be legs, which will be squats and deadlifts. You can choose one if you want to, because they are honestly both really draining exercises. And our leg extensions, leg curls, dumbbell lunges, and calf raises, seated dumbbell rows, and dumbbell front raises. And as you can see, that all these are going to be set up as 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps, except for things like dumbbell lunges, which will generally be a little higher, just because you need more work in your legs sometimes. It depends on the person, which again will be adaptable and changeable per person. It all depends on injuries, prior experience, how well their endurance is built up, how much muscle they already have or need to build. There's a lot of factors that come into play. But here it is, essentially. Here's our warm-up section up close, and our chest day, our back day, our leg day. And so your chest day is generally going to be your Monday. Your back day is generally going to be your Wednesday, and your leg day is generally going to be your Friday. And then in between, on your Tuesdays and Thursdays, are going to be cardio days. So between these days, you can fit your cardio, which back to the number of exercises per muscle group, you can do 2 to 4 per group exercises. So that could range from just basic crunches to oblique crunches to bicycle kicks to scissor kicks to hell, whatever you want. So yeah, you guys think there's more to it, but this is essentially the breakdown of your basic workout plan. You got your frequency, your primary training days, your number of exercises per muscle group, your set rep schemes, ignore the stuff that I added after, and my notes. Your warm-ups, always remember your warm-ups. I don't always warm up, I'll be honest. Some days I just feel ready to go right when I get to the gym. But it's still good. It's still a good thing to remember, because there are gonna be days where you're gonna need to warm up, and if you don't, it's gonna bite you in the ass. You could pull a muscle, you could tear a muscle, you could strain something, and that's just gonna take you out of the gym longer. It's gonna kill your motivation. It's not gonna be fun. I've torn a lat before. I have hurt both my shoulders. It's not fun having those injuries, and you cannot do anything, and it just kills your motivation. Alright, so I know that was a very raw take on how to build your first beginner workout plan, but if you guys have any questions about that, you can hit me up on any of my social media linked below, or even my personal email, or through my Instagram. You can also get my phone number, and any questions will be answered within the course of a few days, because I also have clients to worry about. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you in a few days with something special.